The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Eastlink TV, its sponsors, or partners.
This is the best time of the year. I mean, no thermal underwear, no cleaning off the car at -40, and I mean, getting more than 4 hours of daylight so you don't feel like a vampire. You get t-shirts, shorts, bikinis, socks, and sandals, just not together, and I'm all in for this. But what I really love to do during this season is sample what Northern Ontario has to offer. I'm Chris Mask, and I love food. I mean, cooking's my passion. It's in my blood. And you might ask, what does Northern Ontario have to offer exactly? These. Transforming these little dirt nuggets into crispy, golden works of art. And it's my job to try them all. In Northern Ontario, one of the things that is near and dear to people's hearts are chip stands, and we're out here in Sturgeon Falls today at Monique's. Now, when people talk about chip stands, your name comes up a lot. Why do you think that is?
I think it's the quality of the product. My staff, I have great staff, good, they work so hard, friendliness, and we've been here for 19 years, so I guess it says something.
2018, your 20th anniversary here.
Next year.
What has been the evolution then of your chip stand experience? I mean, that's a long time to be in the chip stand business.
Yeah, we started in a small trailer, like you would call chip stand type of thing. It was about 300 square foot, and finally we were able to purchase the property because we only owned the equipment at that time. And when we purchased the property, we decided, well, let's build, and we put 950 square foot instead with an eat-in, wheelchair access, and it was a demand. Like, we were getting busier, and we had to expand.
What has been the biggest adversity then that you've had to overcome? Because, I mean, for being in a chip stand business that long, you must have seen some real tough times, I imagine.
Well, it's always tough at the beginning because what are you getting into? Like, you know, how many hours you put in and all that. But then if you love it and you love your customers, you meet new people every day. Our locals are great also. They support us a lot.
You sound like you're very passionate about this. Let's get in the kitchen and see what you can make for us today. How about that?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, so now we're in the kitchen here at Monique's in Sturgeon Falls. What are you going to make for us today?
I'm going to make you a poutine and pickerel dinner. We have fresh pickerel, and I have my own homemade batter.
Now, when you talk about fresh pickerel, if I'm choosing the right container here, skin's still on it. I mean, that's about as fresh as you can get, which is amazing. And your own secret batter now.
Yes, it is.
And without divulging too much, you try to let me have a little smell test, if you will.
Yes.
And I think I got a few spices right without saying anything more.
I think you did, yes. You're pretty good.
Pretty good. Thank you very much. All right, so let's see this pickerel in action here.
Okay, after I clean it, of course, this is what it looks like. And this is my secret recipe. And we batter it.
Loving care too as you're doing that. It's not just pickerel that you sell here, you also have bassa.
Yes, we also do. That's our two homemade fish, and we are, I'm pretty sure, the only chip stand in town that have homemade fish. We do sell haddock, frozen haddock, but this is popular. It's
fresh
unreal.
bassa. I've never even heard of bassa at a chip stand. You find that usually in more high-end restaurants.
Yeah.
So the thing is that you're not only just a chip stand, you also get into the catering aspect of this as well.
We have catering. We do special events. We're involved with the Rock and Rib here in Sturgeon. I do weddings, graduation, anniversary, fundraisers, and we're really busy with that.
See, when you have an expanded menu like that, I mean, you've got a steak poutine on there, there's a hamburger poutine, you offer mushrooms, onions, and all that. I think it would be hard to keep up, but obviously with two good little helpers in the kitchen, you're doing a pretty good job here.
Well, right now it's only two, but at peak time, supper time and weekends, it's busy in here.
And even though you're in Sturgeon Falls, you were saying that you have people who come all the way from Sudbury
out of
who will call when they hit Verner so that their order is ready to go.
Oh yes, yes. They know us, they have our menu, they have our number, and they call ahead. We're open at 11 every day, non-stop, March till mid-October.
So when it comes to cooking back here, what are your fryers set at? About 325, 350?
Well, I'll be honest with you, it depends. Some fryers are different. It depends what you want to cook. This fryer for the fish is different. It has to be high. So it's at 350. Some of the fryers are 335 and some are older, so you have to take care of that. And of course the grease, which is another secret recipe.
I love the fact that you're frying the fish in a completely separate fryer
yes.
from everything else.
Very important. Gluten-free, allergies, we try to cater to our customers.
You make a lot of your own stuff from scratch here. You hand dip your pogos.
Yes.
And your gravy.
Yes.
You got a bit of a special twist on that.
Well, another thing I don't want to divulge, our gravy is vegetarian, and it's not gluten-free, unfortunately, and I'm the only one that has vegetarian gravy. We sell a lot. People stop in just for gravy.
What has to be some of the odd requests that you get here? There must be something strange. I mean, again, with such an expanded menu.
Not often. I find a few people from Quebec, they like coleslaw on their hot dogs. We don't, that's not on the menu, but if I have the ingredients, we'll put it on for them, whatever they want.
Is there anything you'd like to see added to the menu sometime in the future?
Bacon
wrapped fish, possibly? That would
Oh,
be
we
something
have
different.
we have wraps also. We have bacon wrap. We have everything. Oh, we have fish wrap, fish burgers, everything. So whatever they want, we'll cater to them.
How about wrapping a pogo in bacon? Because I think that.
We've tried that. It's not that popular, but
Really?
it's something to consider.
Huh. Okay, so let's drop this in here and let's
Yes.
get the cooking process going. For your poutine, are you a curd girl or the shredded girl or a mix?
We have curds, mozzarella, marble, and we have mixed. So we have 4 kinds.
So you're even going off on crazy cheese town here.
Oh, for sure.
Almost 20 years in business. You got a big celebration plan next year?
I'm planning on doing something special. It's 20 years, so maybe $20 meal for the family or something wrong with the $20.
Something with a $20.
Yeah.
$20 tip to the girls making the French fries?
Oh,
You like
yes.
that idea? Who doesn't like that? I'd take 20 bucks right now.
Yeah.
So what's your secret then to a perfectly cooked piece of fish?
You have to take care of the fish. At the beginning, when I have new staff, we have to train them very slowly, make sure that they don't damage the fish. Pickerel is very delicate fish.
Absolutely, it's a delicate fish. What is your personal favorite item that you have on your menu?
Oh, pickerel.
Pickerel, everything goes back to the
yeah,
pickerel.
pickerel, yeah. We sell a lot of burgers though. Our meat are all fresh patties every day, no added ingredients, and we could add fried onions, whatever they want to it. I eat a lot of burgers too, but pickerel's my number 1.
You've got about 5 different burgers on the menu. What's the biggest burger you offer up there?
It's the Dano burger, name on my husband's Dan, and it's a Dano burger with fried onions, fried mushrooms, secret sauce, another secret sauce, and double everything. So it's really big.
Is that because he's a big hunky piece of beef?
Yes, right.
With some fried onions and special sauce too. All right, perfect. So we'll get this fish wrapped up.
It's
we'll get
almost
the poutine
ready.
assembled, and we'll get to this thing into the tasting section. Okay, so Monique, you have served up a pickerel and poutine dinner. Now I will go on record to say, I do not believe I have ever had pickerel and poutine together.
No?
What better day than today to try this, right?
For sure.
Where do you get your potatoes from?
The potatoes are from Don Poulet in Sudbury.
Oh, a quality Don
We've
Poulet
never
potato.
changed. We've used Don from day one. Great potatoes.
Are you a blancher before you do your fries, or do you just cut and throw in the fryer?
Cut and throw. There's other secrets, of course.
Your vegetarian gravy, I mean, that's a really nice color here on the fry. I do like that. And you couldn't tell that this is a vegetarian gravy.
Oh no.
Huge flavor coming out of that gravy. I mean, that's about as good as gravy gets.
Thank you.
Now for the pickerel, your secret spice blend.
You might, now that you're going to taste it, you might be able to tell.
Well, here, you know what? I'm going to go for a part that doesn't have the gravy on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my fingers because I'm classy like that.
It's better.
That is spectacular pickerel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Spectacular. And I know where you're coming from with your secret spice blend,
Yes.
which we shall not name, but a colonel might be very happy to hear about that. You know what? Great cook on the pick roll. Excellent seasoning. I can see why this is just a winner for you. Has anybody ever asked for this on a bun?
Yes, yes. Pickle burgers.
Something else that you can get here in Sturgeon Falls. Monique, this was great. Thank you very much for having us.
Oh, I appreciate you coming. Thank
I think
you.
I deserve a hug for this one.
Ah, thank
Hopefully
you.
your husband's not
jealous. No, he's not. Thank
Monique's
you.
in Sturgeon Falls. You got to come and try this place. I'm telling you, grade A chip stand right here. Excellent, 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 excellent.
Thank you.
Doesn't get much better than that. Okay, so here we are at Rick's Diner, and Leanne, I have to say this is probably one of the more eclectic menus that I have seen on a chip stand, particularly here in Sudbury. What was the motivation for opening this?
I think the motivation was that we wanted to sell something or provide a service to the Sudbury that was different, something that wasn't just a regular chip stand, something like a food trailer in Toronto where you could go and get good diner food, where you could get sloppy, you could enjoy high quality chef prepared meals.
Now you say chef prepared, and I mean Rick here, whose name is on this lovely trailer here, he is an actual certified chef.
That's right.
And it sounds like you want to go for more of like a throwback to like the 40 style diners.
Absolutely, that's exactly what we're looking for, and that's where, when we were talking about naming the truck and we came up with Rick's Diner, we were thinking about Casablanca, and we were thinking about the theme Here's Eating With You, Kid. So that's where we came up with it. So it was about looking back and having that good quality food where you could go and meet with friends, have a good time, and get sloppy.
So we'll say this is about season 0.5, because you technically opened up midway through last season. What has to be the biggest challenge that you've found running this?
The biggest challenge is probably juggling our schedules. So we both work full time and we're trying to make this go. Also, I think it's the weather. The weather can be challenging. So on hot sunny days, we're busier than busy. And then one day we're just not. So I think it's a combination of things. Also, our food is all made, our sandwiches aren't simple. So it's not like throwing a pogo in a fryer. There's a lot of preparation that goes behind it. So we want to give good, fast, quality service, great food all the time and be consistent. So when you get really busy and you're on the line, it's busy.
Well, I understand that Rick is going to be the man in the kitchen, so why don't we go back there and see what he has for us today?
Sounds like fun.
Awesome. So here we are now, Rick's Diner in the kitchen with the man himself, Rick. And you don't look anything like the little silhouette on your signage. But professionally trained chef, you can see the care that you put into your kitchen. I mean, this is a professional setup here. I have not seen this, I think, in any of the trucks that we've been in. Let's hear about your passion, Rick.
Well, I enjoy cooking. I've been doing it for a long time, got out of it. Now I'm a corporate chef. I sell food to restaurants for a living is what I do. And my partner was talking to me one day, she goes, that truck's for sale, why don't we want to think about doing it? I'm like, yeah, let's do it, but if we do it, we're going to do it right. Like, I want to do homemade food. I don't want to be, there's busy places in the city, everybody knows the names of them. You know, I don't have to say who they are, but they're extremely busy, but I want it to be different. I want it to be, if you wanted a burger or you wanted a sandwich, you wanted to come to me, because you can't eat here without a whole bunch of napkins. You're going to get dirty.
And you probably need arms like yours as well for your super stacker sandwich, because that burger sounds like a monster.
Yeah, it's a big burger. I do a nice, our homemade 6-ounce patty. I do a basil butter on top. I do feta cheese. We do deep fried onion rings. You have bacon, mozzarella cheese. I build a poutine into the actual burger. So by the time it's done, it's about 1.5 feet high. And you're gonna have to eat around. You're not gonna squish it and try to get that in your mouth. It's not going to work. You're going to get really, really dirty.
And a fried egg on top too?
Absolutely. So I do that over easy, so you get all that gooey, sloppy mess, mixes in with the curds and the gravy, and it's good.
I can imagine that's good. And you probably have a side deal with cardiologists.
Yeah, I got to watch myself. I eat too much of it. But now we'll show you, everybody in town does, clubhouse sandwiches, and not usually at a food truck. We're going to do one that's completely homemade. We do our own rotisserie chicken. I do prime rib, so it's a very tender meat. We cook it medium rare. You're going to see I'm going to saute it up in a pan, and then we're going to put it on a tahini bread that we've already toasted. We put garlic butter. We're going to do a pesto nice mayo on top of it, my own bourbon barbecue sauce, and we'll see what you think.
You had me at bourbon. I'm a huge fan of bourbon and scratch-made sauces. So this is the Rick's Club?
This is what's starting of the Rick's Clubhouse.
So, I mean, what was the inspiration for this?
I wanted to feed people the way I would eat at home. If I'm sitting down with my friends and we've gone out drinking the night before, I'm a big gravy, cheese sort of guy. So I wanted to be the location, right? I'm not going to say that you're going to come here and I'll serve you in 3 minutes. When we're in a lineup, it takes me 5 or 6 minutes to make a sandwich. You being a good food guy and a good chef yourself, you know it's going to take me 8 minutes to cook a burger. I can't cook it medium rare. Nobody would eat it like that in the city. So our burgers are well cooked. And
I would, but that's me.
But
and there's standards for the health unit as well.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, I mean, just the look on this chicken here, if I can dig my fingers into this, you can see that even though this is chilled, I mean, the moisture in this, that's spectacular. And I mean, look at the cook on that. That is gorgeous prime rib. Like, I could eat that with a spoon right now and it's stone cold.
I do it lots of times because again, on the side, I'm a bodybuilder, so I don't eat a lot of carbs. So I'll eat it like this, right out of the pan, and I enjoy it. But again, we'll cook it a little bit longer. Somebody says, hey, I want well done, but again, there's nothing processed. This is real cheddar cheese. This is Canadian. This is Armstrong cheese. We use a pizza mozzarella cheese. You're going to taste that this is a scratch.
I'm salivating looking at this. I'm really excited for this. What's got to be the biggest seller on your menu so far?
Right now, this one and bacon cheeseburger poutine seems to be hitting through the roof lately.
Bacon cheeseburger poutine. How do you go wrong with that combination? That's for the people who really don't want to sit there and have to pick up individual things. They just want to chew one thing.
Just eat, yeah. So I know, like, when you go to carnivals, it's a little more like food on a stick sort of thing. I tell you, you're going to get dirty. Like, I tell people, take napkins home. You're going to need them. Like, I think my calling will be is I'll get, like those lobster bibs. They'll have, here's eating with you.
And your face on it?
Yeah, I'll serve it out like that so they could eat here and get nice and dirty.
It's like going to a clam bake. All right, well, let's get this thing together and let's dig into this because, like I said, I'm salivating just thinking about this.
So we cheated a little bit because you guys are here. So I've already toasted the bread, and I'll just warm it up real fast here before we put it in. We're just going to let this get nice and hot. So you have our prime rib gravy. That's our homemade gravy with our drippings. And then I do a nice chalet sauce. So you're going to get lots of tang in this as well. As a chef, you're going to taste, like every bite, you're going to get a different taste.
I'm just a home cook, but you know what? I know good food, and I like I said, I'm drooling at this one at Rick's Diner. This is going to be good. You talk about quality, Rick, and I mean, like this thing, just to get an idea how big my hand is, like, I mean, 2 hands and you still haven't put the second layer on there. This is a work of art.
And this is $14 here. This is what we charge for this.
And I mean, if you think about it, when you talk about your traditional club, this is almost more like a Dagwood because of the addition of that beef. You've got your homemade barbecue sauce, your homemade basil aioli on this, using real cheese. Like this is just, I want to cry. I really do. So what has to be your favorite thing on the menu? This?
This is one of mine. I also like our version of the Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo, only chip stand that I've run across again that does something like that.
Yeah, you're not going to see much of that.
No. But again, it also comes back to your passion for food and the fact that you're also a professionally trained chef.
You know, like I said, we really want you to enjoy it and remember it. That's the object of everything here.
That is a monster.
We have women come here and eat this.
Wow.
We have a lady that comes once a week just to have this sandwich. And like I said, you can see it's gooey. I didn't put a whole lot of force on that, but it's going to make a mess. There's no ifs, ands, about.
So this is going to be a double elbow flare kind of job here with this. I mean, just beautiful. Oh. I know you're very large, but can I give you a hug? This is incredible.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Rick, this is spectacular. This is a thing of beauty. Oh. I don't want to get your shirt dirty, but
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
this is legit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a mess, but this is spectacular food at Rick's. You got to come and try this place. This is grade A quality chip stand. 100%. Good
Thanks.
job, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it very much.
Wow. Well, I hope you got your fill from this episode, but don't worry, we'll be back on the wagon and hitting the dusty trails soon enough. Until next time, I'm Chris Mask. Thanks for watching.